Hey there guys, I hope you guys are having a great day today, and today we'll be looking at what could possibly be the last male MAFEX figure that I will review. I made a video talking about this, but MAFEX has basically been upping their prices, and because of that I just don't feel as interested in what they're making anymore. I'm still planning on buying their female characters, but when it comes to their males, I'm just not looking forward to those anymore. But I decided not to cancel my pre-order for this guy because he was right around the corner, and at the very least he's at the $100 range, which is still not good. Moffic should not cost more than 90 bucks in my opinion. But when you compare that to like their next releases like Superman and Wonder Woman, those figures are like 125. And quite frankly, I just don't want to pay, any more for the male characters at that price point. And here he is, Venom from MAFEX. Now, for some reason at the Big Bad Toy Store, they call this Gamerverse MAFEX Venom. But if you look at the box, it actually says Comic Blue Venom. So that's basically what I'm going to be calling it. This is Comic Blue Venom. And I really do like the packaging, the blues and the purples. It looks really nice. And I definitely like the paint job that they gave this guy. He looks really cool. Now, one thing that I am disappointed about the figure, if you look at the box art right here, and then even up here, you see Venom with his tongue out. Now, granted, those are just art from like the comics, but still, it would have been nice if they gave you an accessory for that, because you only get two heads with this figure. You get one with this open mouth but no tongue, and then you get a smiling face with just showing his teeth. So that's kind of unfortunate, but here's basically what you get inside the box. Of course, you get a stand, this little booklet, and then of course the figure itself, and of course you get some webbing accessories, so that's pretty nice. You get one alternate head, and then you get 6 pairs of accessories right here. Alright, and I just want to quickly show you the lower half of the spider symbol. As you can see, they actually did paint it all the way into it, so you don't have to worry about it not being shown when you pose the figure. And what's really nice about it is that the spider logo is actually sculpted, and they actually did a good job painting it. And if you look at it from the sides, the spider legs do connect from the front and back properly, so that's pretty good. But when it comes to the rest of the body, they did give him a lot of shading, which looks really good. And honestly, I'm just really happy to finally have like a good Venom action figure that's in blue. When it comes to Venom, blue is definitely my favorite color, and it's thanks to the Marvel vs. Capcom games that I could really love this color scheme. And they did a good job. As you can see, they did a lot of like black shading throughout his whole body. They got it all over here, all over his legs. Even his back has shading, which looks really nice. And his face, of course, they gave him quite a bit of shading as well. Yeah, like they did an amazing job with the paint right here. Like when it comes to like the quality control on the paint, I pretty much got no complaints. Everything looks really good. And they even added some shading in the hands, which is really nice. Yeah, pretty much everything when it comes to the paint, it all came out perfectly. Like it all looks really good. I just wish that it was a little bit cheaper, because honestly, this is a re-release. The original version was just black Venom, and that's why you don't get anything like extra. This is literally just a re-release, but in blue. Now, when it comes to the articulation, this figure does have a very soft crotch piece, so that's pretty good. However, for some reason, he cannot do the splits. This is about as far as it goes, and if you try to force it, the legs will disconnect. But this is basically how far forward and backwards you can go, and because it is soft plastic for the crotch piece, it pretty much does not get in the way. And this figure also has drop-down hips, as you can see. This is about as much as he can bend at the knee. Now just be very careful when trying to undo it. As you can see, it's stuck right now. You basically gotta make sure it goes in. I don't know why it's like this, but basically if you try to go all the way, it pretty much just stays stuck every single time. Just gotta make sure to like move it forcefully, and as you can see, that fixes it. He also does have a toe articulation. Now when it comes to the upper half of his body, he does have neck articulation, which is really nice. His head is on a ball joint, so you can pretty much do whatever as well. His arms do have butterfly joints, so that's pretty good. And of course, he does have arm rotation. And this is about as much as his arms can bend. On top of that, his chest and stomach is on a ball joint. And of course, if you use the butterfly joints, they pretty much can cross into each other, his arms. So that's pretty good. And the same thing goes for the back. And when it comes to bending forward, he does that amazingly well. As you can see, he can almost touch his feet, although just be aware that it does create a little bit of a gap right here. And as you can see, his legs are pretty much straight. Not completely, but you know, pretty close. And when it comes to bending backwards, this is about as well as he can go without bending the knees. And keep in mind that that was without using the drop down hips. This is basically what he looks like when he actually uses them. And the same thing goes for backwards. Once you use those drop down hips, it does also help a little bit. Man, I really like this figure a lot. When it comes to the articulation, that's pretty good. When it comes to the painting, that's really good. Like, MAFEX did an amazing job with this blue Venom. But what I don't like is the pricing. Now, keep in mind that this is the exact same figure that they released many years ago, but, you know, the black version. And the reason this matters is because they've re-released that version quite a few times over the years, and in my honest opinion, I think that these figures should get cheaper over time. Like, if you're gonna keep re-releasing these figures, at some point you gotta lower the price a little bit. And I don't care, you know, if you make it out of blue plastic this time. It should just get cheaper the older these figures get, because you already made back your money, you know, from making the molds and everything and all the accessories for that stuff. In my honest opinion, I really hope that this figure gets a KO, you know, from a company like CT Toys. Because if they make this figure at a lower price, that will be pretty good for everybody. This is an amazing figure, but I just think that for what it is, you know, I just think that it's overpriced. Alright, now let's talk about his accessories. And when it comes to his head, this is the one that comes by default, and it's pretty much a happy open mouth expression. And for an alternate, he comes with this happy closed mouth expression. And when it comes to his hand accessories, by default, he comes with a pair of these open grabbing hands. And for an alternate, he comes with a pair of fists, and every single hand has shading around the fingers, which looks really nice. He also comes with a pair of weapon holding hands. He also comes with a second pair of fists. The main difference is that these ones are completely sealed off. The ones I showed before did have a little bit of an opening, so you could slide something inside of his hand. And he also comes with a pair of web crawling hands. And lastly, he does come with a pair of wall crawling hands and an alternate pair of feet, and basically they just have magnets inside of them. And lastly, he does come with 4 different webbing types, as you can see. Here are 2 of them. And then here are 2 shorter ones. Alright, and for anybody wondering, here how he scales next to the Mess Toys Lethal Neighbor. As you can see right here, the MAFEX one is definitely much shorter. Which brings up into my next point I want to bring about this figure, is the fact that this figure is basically like a few years too late. The main reason people like Blue Venom is because of Marvel vs. Capcom. That's the main reason people want this figure, or they want this character in this color scheme. But for those of you that aren't aware, it's already been leaked that the next figure art is going to be Venom. So we're definitely going to be getting a Marvel vs. Capcom Venom pretty soon, and If you want a figure that looks just like how it does in the video game, you're better off waiting for the Figure Arts Gamerverse one. And even then, we also got some other news. If you don't care about whether or not it looks like the video game and you just want a really good Venom action figure that just happens to be blue, well, Mess Toys already announced that they will be making a black and blue version of the Lethal Neighbor, which is pretty cool. So honestly, if you only want to have like the one figure, the definitive Venom figure in blue, then in my opinion, you're better off waiting for the Figure Arts Gamerverse one, or the blue version of the Lethal Neighbor that Mess Toys will be making in the near future. Now, when are those figures going to come out? I have no idea. Personally, I am happy that I do have this figure. It's really nice. However, if I only wanted the definitive, blue Venom action figure, I personally would just wait for Mess Toys to make their version. Because once you get this guy in blue, this guy is going to be like my personal favorite Venom, to be honest. Alright guys, and now it's time for the size comparison, and here he is next to my Snail Shell Zombie Grizza and Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. And here he is next to my Jetta Toy Street Fighter Cammy and Gao. And here he is next to my Amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn and Joker. And lastly, here he is next to my official Figure Arts Android 21 and Dynamo Goku. There's something I never understood about these toy companies. Why is it that some of them, that have the rights to like Venom and Spider-Man, they always take forever to give us variants? Like, I don't know. To me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, these are characters that would 100% sell. I don't know why MAFEX took forever to finally give us an alternate version for Venom. Like, they should have done this a long time ago. Especially because we are finally getting, that Gamerverse Venom figure from Figure Arts. And that figure's gonna look way more like how he does in the video game. And I'm pretty sure most people are gonna prefer that one over this. So honestly, they should have made this figure a long time ago. And on top of that, Mess Toys is gonna give us that blue version with this Mess Lethal Neighbor figure. And that's definitely gonna be my personal favorite, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And honestly, I think I will be getting the Figure Arts Venom. Normally I'm only getting the KOs when it comes to the Figure Arts Gamerverse line, but you know what? I already got the official blue Venom for MAFEX. I might as well get the Figure Arts one as well. So I'll definitely be reviewing that figure as well. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. I'll leave a link in the description for the figure, and also leave a link for my page on Twitter if you guys want to follow me there for anybody that's interested. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Later.